What's up, everybody? I just saw Interstellar, the movie, a couple of hours ago, and I'm here to review it for you. Basically, the premise of Interstellar is that Earth's resources are starting to go out. The weather's getting worse. We're struggling to grow food. It's just all the terrible stuff. And basically, nearly everyone now in Earth is mainly a farmer. Farmers like one of the main important jobs right now. But the thing is that, not trying to get into spoilery, but at one point, Matthew McConaughey is recruited, shall we say, for a mission to find a new planet so humanity can survive on. And that's basically the premise of the movie. Now, going into this movie, I was considering that the main actor is Matthew McConaughey and the director is Christopher Nolan. I was thinking this movie is going to be awesome, it's going to be amazing. And it did not disappoint. This movie was everything I thought it would be and much more. Let's just say this, for the first half the movie is straightforward. But when you get to the second half, things really start to pick up, and by the last 20 minutes, it gets really trippy. Like, really start messing with your mind, like the fabric of reality. It's hard to explain. You just gotta see it. It really went a completely different direction to what I thought it was originally going to be. But that's not a bad thing. This movie, it keeps you interested from beginning to end, and it keeps making you wonder. And everything kind of wraps up nicely as well. It isn't one of these convoluted things that was just so confusing at the end. You kind of understand what's going on. And now the acting in this movie was amazing. Every actor in this was great. Matthew McConaughey, he won an Oscar last year for, I forget what the name of the movie was. Oh, Dallas Buyers Club. He won the Oscar last year for that movie. This year, I didn't like fully agree last year. Yeah, he did well, so I was like, but I didn't think he deserved the Oscar last year. But nonetheless, this year deserves it, hands down. Matthew McConaughey deserves the Oscar for Best Actor. His performance in this movie was arguably his best ever. He was like, you really cared for him. You wanted him to succeed. You wanted him to see his family again. You wanted him just like everything to work out well for him. Acting was spot on and perfect. Anna Hathaway was in this movie. She was great as well. She was a very good. She was like the kind of opposite to Matthew McConaughey. Like, they kind of disagreed on most things, but as the movie went on and it progressed, their relationship got better and better, and they started to become like friends. At the start, not too much, but it progressed. And then there was, of course, Michael Caine. As always, he's great. He had to go off to one of his speeches, as you will see in any of his Nolan film he is in. But again, great performance. And I believe the actress from Zero Dark 30 was in, so I'm not sure her name. But again, she was brilliant in this movie as well. Very good. Well, the acting all around was just amazing. And Matt Damon was in this movie, I believe. I won't say where he shows up, but it's very surprising to when you actually see him. And overall, the acting was great. Matthew McConaughey is by far the standout. But there is this one character in it I did not expect. Basically, it's this robot, artificial intelligence. And when I say robot, it doesn't look like your normal robot that looks similar to human. It's basically a giant rectangle. It's just a rectangle with that has like 4 legs. It's very hard to describe. You have to see it for yourself. But he was probably one of the best characters in the thing, because he was programmed to be sarcastic, funny, and you don't think at first you're like, oh god, it's in the way. But as the movie progresses, he becomes one of the most lovable characters simply because how funny he is, and you really get the real connection for a robot, which is weird to say. And one of the funniest things I know, this has nothing to do with the movie, but any of you who are a fan of Minecraft, when the robot walks, it's so similar to the way the animations are in Minecraft. It's hilarious. And I believe the robot's name was Tars. It's something like that. You'll know when you see him. He's brilliant. He was probably, besides Matthew McConaughey, he was probably my second favourite character in this movie. And that's not saying anything bad with the human. It's just they really did a good job with this robot. And the music. Hans Zimmer did the music, and it's just epic. There's a one part in the movie, I believe it's halfway through. For like 10 minutes, this piano starts playing a sinister sound of music, and all the events that take place, perfect. From that point on, the movie just picks up, and I believe this movie is movie of the year by far. The acting was great, the story was great. Everything about the movie was spot on. The presentation, the spaceships, the props, space itself, everything was done so perfectly, and everything pieced together perfectly. This movie so far has to be movie of the year. There's no question about it. Interstellar was just one of those rare movies that it's not just a movie, it's an experience. When you go into it and you walk out of the theatre afterwards, you feel like you've just watched something that doesn't come around too often. It's one of the, I would dare say this movie is probably a masterpiece. Because it's one of these movies that you will think back and say, that movie was really great. It was really special. Like Gravity came out last year, and Gravity was a great movie, but Interstellar beats it in all ways, in my opinion. Interstellar was just an amazing movie. I recommend any of you see it. It's just a great movie and definitely a runner for movie of the year. Well, that comes to the end of the review, so thank you for listening. As always, if you enjoyed it, comment, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.